The Sea by Abu Rahma. The night before our trip to the swimming pool, the sea is a difficult proposition around here. We laid our mattresses along the corridor between the kitchen and the bathroom and practiced swimming. This was a dry run, so we wouldn't drown in the pool, but rather swim with confidence, flexing our muscles in front of tough kids from unknown towns and villages. So many times I nearly split my head open, climbing onto the sofa and diving headfirst onto the thin foam. I broke my glasses a few times too, and my mother would tell me off because she didn't have the money to buy me a new pair. I'm saving that money for the swimming trip. What with the tickets, lunch, trunks, and sun cream. You'll have to wait till the end of the week now before you can tell the difference between a snake and a hose pipe, 4 eyes. You see, I had run to her one day, tearful and screaming. A long snake was climbing up from the bed of mint to the balcony of my room. Quick, go and kill it and call the neighbours to help. Being terrified of long black snakes, she screamed and cried and rushed into the southern yard of the house, wielding a mop handle. Still crying, she suddenly stopped and stared closely, then came back and slapped me across the face. Why aren't you wearing your glasses, you mutt? Why? Another time, I pulled the water out from under Yaman. Crack. The blood from his head went all over the white tiles. Let me see. It's not too bad. It hurts. Just a little blood. You crocodile, my mother yelled, stealing the sea from under your brother. You wanted to drown him on the tiles so that Reem would love you instead. Reem, the girl with blonde plaits, refused to play basketball with you in the alley, didn't she? I chided myself. She claimed she had exams. Her teacher, Miss Widad, had threatened her students with 10 strokes of the rod across both hands if they scored less than 70% in maths. Yet 15 minutes later, you spotted her and your man playing with a skipping rope under the big sycamore tree. She was jumping and he was counting. Whenever, running and out of breath, she bumped into you, you were quite certain that she searched your face for the small black mole that had sprouted above your man's left eye. When she failed to find it, she ran off to search the faces of other children scattered around the school playground and the classrooms. You went up to the first floor and watched her meet your man coming out of the cafeteria with a bottle of ice-cold water. She took 3 Kinder chocolate bars out of her small bag, unwrapped one, and brought it close to your man's mouth. The 2 remaining bars she slipped into his right-hand jacket pocket. Those bars are from her father's shop in the city, you thought. Then they ran off to the back playground, and you couldn't see them anymore. You guessed that they were playing chase and splashing water over each other's hair, his cropped and hers blonde and tied in plaits. No, I swear I didn't think that. So why did you pull the sea out from under your man then? I felt sleepy. I wanted to go to bed on it. You little liar. Maybe. Tonight, there was a power cut, and the small Samsung fridge next to where I sleep, in hiding from the heat and the mosquitoes, had given up the ghost. I went swimming on the tiles between the kitchen and the balcony. Next to the burgundy TV stand that my mother gave me 2 years ago as a graduation present, a blind crocodile attacked me. My arms flailed left and right with all the strength I could muster. I swam and swam to reach the balcony and jumped down onto the lemon tree, but the crocodile was still there in front of me. I kicked with my left leg against the tiles and changed the direction. I swam and swam to reach the toilet, to save my skin by going down the waste pipe. But it was still lying in wait, mouth open to devour me. I tried and tried to flee. Whenever I made it to an exit, or what I thought was an exit, I found it waiting, mouth open, to reveal white teeth as sharp as knife points. After an hour of swimming and crawling, I was completely exhausted. My limbs and joints seized up. The foul creature managed to grab my right hand after hemming me in between the cooker and the dining table. With its fangs, it dragged my hand down into its belly. I passed out when I saw the blood dripping like the sea from my severed limb. Yaman had been sleeping at my house for a week. Reem had gone to Spain to complete her studies in medical physics, and he did not want to be on his own for 3 months in their large house. Next morning, he was freaked out by all the blood on the tiles in my kitchen. He quickly pulled me out from under the dining table, and despite examining my body, he could not find out where the blood had come from, so he took me to the city hospital. He told me afterwards that as the doctor put his stethoscope over my heart, I was screaming, "Leave me a piece, you dog, just one piece, so I don't die."